Hey everybody, and welcome back to It's Only Food with Chef John Politte. Today we're going to be showing you how to make Kung Pao chicken. Cue the music. Alright, well thanks a lot for tuning in. If this is your first time joining us, please do me a favor, head down to the corner, hit that subscribe button, and then hit that notification bell so you can be notified each and every time I upload new content. Alright, you clicked on this video to have me show you how to make Kung Pao chicken. So let's drop down in here and see what our ingredients are. We have quite an extensive list. 2 pounds of boneless, skinless chicken breast, 2 tablespoons of vegetable oil, 2.5 teaspoons of cornstarch, we're going to divide that. 5 tablespoons of soy sauce, we're going to divide that as well. 5 teaspoons of sesame oil, which we're going to divide. 1/2 teaspoon of black pepper, 3 tablespoons of water, 3 tablespoons of rice vinegar, 3 tablespoons of honey, 1 cup of diced white onion, 2 cups of diced peppers, 1 cup of diced zucchini, 1 tablespoon of minced garlic, 1 tablespoon of minced ginger, 8 pieces of red chili, and we have 2 tablespoons of roasted peanuts and 2 tablespoons of sliced green onions that we're going to use to garnish that when we're all done. Everything you need is down in the description box. We got the ingredients and the method on how to cook this. So let's get started. Alright, starting with the chicken. Now if you noticed in the picture I've cut everything to save time and I've got it all ready to go. Make sure when you're dicing up your chicken you do it last after your vegetables so you don't have to keep washing your board, sanitizing it and bringing it back and then cut it. Just do your chicken last and then you can throw everything into the dishwasher. Alright, I'm going to start with our glaze and marinade on our chicken. After we've diced it, we put it into a bowl and we're going to put in about 1.5 teaspoons of cornstarch, 2 tablespoons of soy sauce, all of the black pepper, and 2 teaspoons of sesame oil. And we're just going to mix this all up so it can marinate. And we're just going to set this aside, get us a new spoon. And for our marinade, we're just going to throw water in there, the rest of our sesame oil, the rest of our soy sauce, the honey, we're going to rice vinegar, and then you're just going to stir this all up. That's going to be our sauce that we'll add once we've got everything cooked. Let's move over to our wok. Alright, as we always do, we show you the mise en place we have ready to go. On the counter there, we got our chicken, our vegetables, our ginger, cornstarch, garlic, water, the marinade that we made on the chicken, and then we have our sauce back there as well, and our utensils, and we have our wok right there. So I'm going to go ahead and get this set up on the wok. Alright, so I've got the oil in the pan on medium-high heat, and I'm going to go ahead and add our chicken. And I want to get that down in the oil in pretty much one layer. And I want to just let it go for about 2 minutes. I don't want to touch it. And after about 2 minutes, then you can start mixing it up and continue to stir fry it and let it cook for another 2 minutes. Now basically my rule of thumb is I'm going to end up taking this chicken out of the pan and putting it into a bowl while we cook everything else, and then I'm going to add it later. So my rule of thumb is that I want to get all the chicken in there cooked on all sides. I want to kind of get a nice glaze. That cornstarch will give it a nice color crust on there as well. But I just want to basically make sure it's seared is basically what we're looking at. I'll get a nice sear on it on all sides. Like I said, we're going to add it back into the pan again. But you want to kind of give it a head start, get that cornstarch to give it a nice sheen. I believe that they use the term velveting is what we did with the marinade and the cornstarch. Kind of helps make the chicken hold its shape, hold its flavor, and its juiciness. And you can speed this up by making the chicken a smaller dice as well. I've even seen recipes where you can take the chicken out, pulse it into a food mill, electric food mill, and then add it back in again. But we're doing it this way. As you can see too, our vegetables I've got our zucchini, onions, and peppers all in here. But they're all cut about the same size as this chicken, because that'll end up making a very beautiful stir fry with the finished results. Alright, the chicken's getting there. Just want to give them a little bit more time in there because they are bigger chunks of of chicken. We're going to let that go. Alright, we can take the chicken out now. At this point, turn the heat down to medium. And we're going to add our vegetables in here all at once. We're just going to stir fry these a little bit, get them covered with a little bit of that oil and to get some heat on them. Oh, that smells good already. You can use green bell peppers. I used an orange one and red one just because I want a little bit of different color in there, because we've got the green and zucchini. I could have chosen to peel the zucchini, but I didn't. I wanted the color in there. So with that, we're stirring. And yes, I am using the same utensils that I used to touch the raw chicken, but we're gonna, when we go to serve this, and our final step, we're gonna use different utensils. All right, at this point, we're gonna add our ginger and our garlic, or our garlic and our ginger. We're gonna saute all that. We're gonna stir fry that all together. Oh, that smells fantastic. Let that cook. Now I'm gonna take the utensils that we used with the raw chicken and I'm switching them out. I'm just going to use this one now because we're halfway home. Alright, so take that out of there. If you're resting it in a spoon rest, make sure you change the spoon rest out as well, because the spoon rest has got the bacteria from that chicken in there. So I've got the marinade now. I'm going to stir it up real good in the bowl because that honey does have a tendency to float down to the bottom, or whatever the opposite of float is, settled at the bottom. There we go. Now I'm going to go ahead and pour that right in there. I'm going to turn the heat back up just a little bit until I see it boiling. We're going to throw the chicken. Whoa, there's a blooper reel. I'm going to throw the chicken back in there. And we are going to put all of it together. And I'm just going to let this cook. As soon as we get a little bit of the boiling on there, we can stir it up a little more. But right now, I'm just going to add these chilies to it. Some recipes do say to cut these up. I don't like doing that. Pull them out when you're eating it, and then you don't have to sit there. But I think if you cut them up and throw it in there, you get the seeds and you get the hard bitterness of this, and it just, we've all eaten Kung Pao, we know what's going to happen. I like just pulling them out. So I'm just going to mix them in there to get some of that heat and that flavor in there. And just leave this alone, let it do its thing. Get that chicken fully cooked before we go to thicken it up. Alright, let's give this a try here and see if it's cooked all the way. I'm going to grab one out of here, get the biggest one I can find. I'm going to pull it over here. It's cooked all the way. I'm just going to do it just because I like to be careful. But since it is this close, let's go ahead and pull some of these veggies and the meat up to clear a spot in the middle where our juice is. We'll take our cornstarch and our water, make a little slurry. Go go ahead and add it right into the middle. And then we'll thicken that up a little bit. Turn down the heat just a little bit. All right, I'm gonna let this go for just a second or two more. And then, you know, if you haven't watched this show before, what we're gonna do now is we are going to plate this food up. We're going to take some really awesome photos of it for social media. We're gonna post those pictures into the timeline of this video with some really groovy music. And then we are gonna come back and we are gonna give this a taste. So enjoy the pictures and enjoy the music. Beautiful dish, beautiful presentation. I'm going to go ahead and start with the chicken right there. Good flavor. For some reason sweetness has hit me. Did add honey. Savoriness of the soy sauce, a little bit of heat from those peppers. Try the mixture with a little bit of rice. Vegetables are crunchy. That sauce is really, really good. Yeah, this is really, really good. Doesn't have the heat that I would like, but you can always add the seeds of open the pods up, drop the seeds in, or put some seeds in there that you've got, and then but this is really, really good. All right, we made Kung Pao chicken today. I appreciate you watching. Don't forget to like the video. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't done so already. Don't forget to leave a comment down below. And oh, there's the heat. Yeah, okay, it's there. And then go ahead and share this video with everybody you know. Thanks a lot for watching. Stay safe. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.